Have you ever felt like your drums sound kind of boring because you're using the same percussion loops as everyone else in your genre? After working with over 400 producers, helping them finish music they're proud of, I know that the solution to generic sounding drums is not to purchase even more sample packs. So in this video, I'm going to show you one of my favorite tools for coming up with unique sounding percussions which will help you finish more and better sounding music. So using a new track idea I'm working on, listen to specifically the top end. So this tool here, Dyad, is what I'm talking about. This is such a great device. It's done by a small-ish company called Force. This is not a sponsored video, so I'm not getting any financial compensation for this. This is literally one of my favorite tools, and I just want to share my honest opinion about why and how I'm using it. So you can imagine this as a two-source drum machine, which is being sequenced individually and which also can be modulated individually. And the cool thing is that both of these drum voices are interconnected via FM, so frequency modulation. And this is why you can really create unique textures with that. Now, the one thing I love about this tool is that it is incredibly simple to use, but it has such a depth of sound. It's like a really great sign for plugins if they are simple on the surface, but deep in the sounds you can create. Now, I will just create something completely fresh. So we'll create even a new instance here, and I will mute the original one. Now you see this is completely empty here. And this part here corresponds to the top line, and this part here corresponds to the bottom line. Now, these are the two sound sources, and these are the two sequences, and it works like this. So we can basically just add in a couple of shots here. Can obviously use different wave shapes here. So I'll just pick the first one being a sine, the second one will now turn into a triangle wave. And the magic here lies in the modulation. So we have identical controls for the first and the second oscillator. So hertz obviously being the pitch. Then this is a tone control, basically filtering the sound in specific ways. This next thing is a noise generator. Here's a pitch envelope and a decay envelope. And already we're getting in like a little bit more drum-ish territory. Now, if you then combine this with this DJ style filter here at the end, you can basically decide for this to sound quite different. Now, in terms of the rhythm, this is still quite traditional, so why not change this and create some interesting polymeters here? And now the fun part begins. Now we can either let the first one modulate the second one, like frequency modulation, or let the second one modulate the first one. Now, this is already sounding quite funky and cool, but we haven't even tapped into the real potential here, because you also, besides these like sequencer steps that you can let run freely, you also have these modulation lanes here, which you can run freely. For example, I could say, I'll change the pitch on the first one, I'll change the pitch on the second one. We're basically going to modulate this differently, or we just can also hit randomize. Then go to the noise, for example, and say like, okay, let's bring in the noise at different times here. And what's specifically cool is that you can also let these sequencers for the modulation run independently. And this creates these super unique sounding drum grooves. They sound like ever evolving. Now you can obviously create more patterns. So this has up to 32 different patterns, which should be more than enough to run your song. And what I really like is that these saturation or distortion controls down there, they allow you to add even more character to the individual sound sources here. That's a really cool way of distorting, so I like this. You also have tone controls. If you go on this little arrow here, you can, for example, change the signal from dirty to clean, which means like a lot of the analog imperfections are being taken away. But to be honest with you, I almost never use this because I really like how they set this up. So they spent a lot of time dialing these details in. So this is super cool. Now what's quite funny is you can also smoothen the randomization. This is specifically helpful if you create, let's say synth sounds. So you can also run freely from percussions and turn it into a synth. And you want this to sound like a bit sweeter. So let's go to the Hertz setting here. And now let's add this into the mix with a little bit of echo. Bit of reverb. And now here comes the super trick here. You go to the LFO tool and you can assign the LFO tool, for example, to this FM slider. So it's basically letting the one oscillator modulate one side and then going back to the other side, set this to 100%. So it's basically swapping between those two. And we can slow this down. I could listen to these types of texture percussion loops forever, but honestly, there's much more to finishing songs than just creating pleasant sounding loops. So watch this video next to learn my exact method for turning loops into finished tracks.